Guys, just got a shipment from the Netherlands and I will show you what I got. Have a look. Let's open it up. So this is what you get, a whole bunch of laminate, another bunch of rods here, very good, some printed parts I guess, I didn't open that, I'll probably do so later, just a brief look into the box. This must be the core plast for the centerpiece, and we got the fin, and some beautiful stickers, thanks for that. And here we go. Yes, the Raphax. What I've been curious about is the wings, how they are. And here we go, let's open up the one. It's the right wing. You see you get such nice wing cores, and the material is really dense. Very good StealthWings, very good. So let's push it out and take a look so you see what you have here. You can hear it, how dense this foam is. And you can see there are holes for the rods. And of course, some carvings here, so you can put the glass rods in. Yeah, that looks good. Good. It's not typical foam, it's really tough, really tough EPP. Man, this is tough. And then of course there are the elevators or Elevons. This is balsa wood, is it? Isn't it? Must be. Slide. Looks good. And here do we have the centerpiece. Oh, I've been so curious to see this. See, this is, it comes already glued together. How awesome is that? Now, if we turn it around, no. This is no typical plane, this is already done. This is cool. And you see here, there's plywood, which is really thick. I don't know if I can move it. Is it already glued in? I don't know. Could be. Should be. Have a look at it like that. Yeah, this is already glued in then. Holy moly, this is thick. Yeah, so you can put your compartment full of batteries here, and this is, let me see, you can easily fit a GoPro here and a flight computer, flight cam. The battery will have plenty of room here. The spar walks into the side. Here you have enough space for the flight computer and stuff coming along. And in the back here, I don't know what to place it by now, but I guess this will be the compartment for the ESC, which will be hanging out here where the motor mount has to be attached later on. So yeah, overall, this is a great kit. Thanks. Great stuff. With ply, with I don't know, is it plywood? Is it balsa? I don't know. Of course, this is pretty thick, and stability is key here. Guys, this is awesome. You want to have this. Definitely. Of course, we have the small box in which some nice things reside. So you'll see this is for the fin, for the aerial stabilizer. This is winglets, yeah, and some stickers and some cool parts here. Yeah, cool motor mounts. And special printed motor mount for special size of motor, which I wanted to have. And here we have some tremendous push rods. Pretty cool stuff. I'm looking so forward to build this. So yeah, this is awesome. So the next thing is to do is just driving home and get this thing built. Hang on, this will be exciting. Okay, let's begin with the wings. So did I. And each wing has 4 glass fiber rods, which has to be glued on. That's for my sake pretty uncommon. I am preferring carbon fiber, but this is fiberglass, and with this will do. Before we start doing so, we will take those wing halves or wing blocks where the wings relate in and halve them. You can see I draw a line here, and you take your sharp knife, your hobby knife, and just cut about. With that done, you have the perfect shape beneath the wings, either top or bottom side, on which you can work with the wings. It's pretty good because they are not flat, no, they are curved, and so they will rock around on the table. Instead of doing so, you take those wing halves or those halves and place the wings in, and they fit in like they're made from them, which they actually literally are. The manual says you can take Gorilla Glue and let it cure with needles and get those fiberglass rods in there. I took Uhupo instead because I don't have Gorilla Glue, and I have the imagination or the fantasy that doing it with Uhupo would be faster. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. So I just put Uhupo in, put the spars in, took the needles to fixate them, and let it cure overnight. So that was it, and I'm done with that. Now the motor mount is a pretty easy one. Simply do some sanding on the edge and also on the printed part, and then put Uhupo on both ends, let them dry for 5 minutes or so, and then just push all you can against each other, and they will hold on tight. Yeah. Next up was the servos and the stuff that comes into the wings. Yeah, servos. Let's start with those. I didn't have the painting because I got a pretty early version of the manual, so I didn't know how to lay out. I just heard something about 3 centimeters from the wing edge, and from the leading edge it was 15 centimeters. So I prepared the things and did my best to make this aligning to the rear, and figured later I was completely wrong because manual says put them straight. I didn't do so. You have to choose your own way to do this. I would advise you to angle this to the elevator, because the forces in the servo will directly work then on the elevator instead of pulling against its natural movement. But it's up to you. Follow the manual or find your own way. I did my own way. I'm a big fan of Dremel, so I dremeled the holes which I draw on the wing halves for the servos as well as for the VTX, you'll see in a second, and made them flush. I love this. Less drag, pretty clean, looks good, easy to maintain, and that's it. Here is how it looks even with an embedded antenna I took from my Matec VTX kit. So you see the wires are dug in, the VTX is embedded, and it's pretty aligned. As I wanted my wings to be maintainable, I dremeled a channel for the wire you see here. This goes into the center of the wing where it will meet up with the servo wire, like this. So I didn't solder these connections, I just connected them with the servo connector. And of course I did the same to the other wing. I dremeled some channels and made space for the Nano RX you see here, inclusively its antenna, like so, yeah, and of course there was a channel for the wires as well. Everything is connectable and interchangeable if you decide to do other things, and here you go. GPS and anti-slip mat. Probably you've seen the video of Mark and where he placed his GPS. He took his GPS out in the wing. No bad place at all. I like mine in the fuselage. So at the rear of the fuselage I found an edge where I just made a little hole for the GPS and its wires, so this will route through the fuse and no need to be routed out of the fuse into the wing. And sadly I had to cover the nice Raphax logo, which was lasered, with some anti-slip mat so the battery won't go anywhere. Well, easy peasy I guess, but sad. Okay, Elevons and hinges. Okay, you got laminate film, and the laminate is your friend here. So pick something like 46 centimeters, which is the length of the width of the wing, and about 6 centimeters of laminate to cover the Elevon, as well as having 2 centimeters to be placed on the wing as a connection. I started from the edge of the Elevon and made those 4 centimeters cover the whole Elevon, which stiffens it up a lot. And so you have an area of 2 centimeters by 46 centimeters, which will act as a hinge. It's important that you design your wing colors and whatever you want to have on it before you attach the hinges, the Elevons, because they are glued on or laminated on before you close the wing. So the final step is simply to close, and you'll have to do your design work, your artwork, your individuality before. I did so, and then I started to laminate this elevator upon the wing upper side. Yeah, it's the upper side I start with. The lower side again is again 46 centimeters by 8 centimeters. 8 because you need to do the hinge and wrap this elevator. You will have to bend over the elevator so it lies flat on the upper side. You can't see this in the video here, but it has to lie really flat upon. And then you start laminating the lower side of the Elevon, so you can do every angle of the foil into this elevator and wing parts as if they are a hinge and they are simply made for it. Like so. You see, there's no space, no air, no bubbles, just snug, tight, everything's in place. And so you connect the elevators with the wings. Probably I don't have to mention too many things about lamination. So I started from the bottom. I used to start from the bottom and made a shape that just covered the wing, so it will flip over the leading edge of the wing and can be laminated on with a hot iron. Starting from the middle, working it out, both wings lower side, there you go. Having done so, then you take the upper part of the wing and do the same. Simple as that. Done. So now every electronic component in your wing is foiled, sealed, laminated, safe. And that's a good thing to have because you won't have any trouble with that anymore. Next up, we need to do some holes for the wires and route the wires in. Doing so is easy. You just have to attach the wings, don't glue them, attach them to the fuselage, and where your wires are pushing against the foam of the fuselage, you'll make a mark, and there you dig your hole. There you go. After that, you can try to make those wires fit in length. Don't have too much, don't have too less. You can see here I took my wire to the VTX and did some step down between it and the flight computer, because I need to have clean power, and the flight computer outputs 9 volts. The VTX wants 3 volts or 5 volts, so that doesn't work. So here we go with 5 volts. Oh yeah, I didn't glue the fuselage and I didn't laminate it either. I decided to do some foil on it, and you can see here I painted some marks on it where the wing would sit. Took the shadows and marked it down there, cut it out, so the moment you'll glue the wing to the fuselage is the moment where you need clean foam, where it will pour, as you can see in the back, will take action and get those things together permanently. Finally, this is how it looks today. The weather conditions are not that good, so I have to wait. And yet, I'm looking forward to get it in the air. I've been working on it pretty hard. Some of the electronics need some love. And, well, I think it looks pretty good. Let's hope it flies like that. So, maybe you stay tuned until the maiden. Be seeing ya. Take care and have fun. Build your Raphax properly. And let's meet up there. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.